welcome back. The chairman of the proposed high-speed rail link HS2 has said he wants to accelerate the project so it connects London and the North 6 years earlier than planned. That would mean the line from London to Birmingham and then Crewe would be completed by 2027. Our deputy political editor Chris Shipp spent the day in Crewe gauging opinion.
Go further, earlier, and build the whole thing more quickly. The findings of the man now in charge of the controversial high-speed train line, which he says should be built here to Crewe 6 years earlier than planned. For businesses in Crewe, like this payroll printing firm, a positive response, a faster line to London sooner. What's not to like?
Obviously, it'll bring growth to the area, financial wealth to the area, and allow us to grow our people and the, if you like, the geography of Crewe.
Can a train line really do that?
I think it's part of the whole exercise.
But extending the line to Crewe won't just benefit Crewe. HS2's new chairman says that passengers in Liverpool, North Wales, Manchester, even Scotland will now be able to access high-speed services in just 13 years' time. As, however, for new cost savings, well, there were next to none of those. It's still going to cost 21 billion or so for the first phase, 21 billion or so for the second phase, plus the trains. We're still talking about a project that's going to cost £50 billion.
Yes, 50 billion is a substantial amount of money. It is national infrastructure, but then again, so does other major infrastructure. London has already had investment and planned future around 80 billion. So putting it in perspective nationally, this will be the first major new railway system built north of Watford for 100 years.
But given support from Labour, and in particular the Shadow Chancellor Ed Balls was already lukewarm and dependent on costs coming down, it could put a question mark over the whole project after the next election. The HS2 chairman says for 50 billion you get a flood of companies relocating to the north. We asked the co-founders of this Manchester firm which helps high-tech startups if they thought more companies would follow the train line.
I think it might not be a case of they'd have their primary base in the north of England, but I think it certainly would give them cause to think about having a secondary base in somewhere like Manchester or Birmingham or Leeds.
I don't feel like it's been made clear what the clear benefits are, barring an hour saved to London. I'm quite happy to spend 2 hours travelling to London. I'm more bothered about the skills shortage that we have in this country, in the tech industry.
So the arguments for HS2 have changed, but the costs have not. Chris Shipp, ITV News, Crewe.